Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's 10:31. What does that say? Goodness. 10:31 a.m. on the 15th of April 2024. It's a beautiful day out here. I'm not feeling terribly well, as you can probably guess by the motley colours of my skin. I was up all night long, but I had a fabulous day yesterday in Byron, and I might have pushed myself a little bit too far because unbeknownst to me, Jared and I had walked along the beach and coming back from the other end, almost to Watergoes Bay. We had walked 10 kilometres. That's a lot of walking for a short, fat hobbit woman with quite serious health issues. But you know what? I got to the point shortly before this rocky outcrop that had the staircase going up that I thought I might actually faint, and I didn't faint. I carried on intrepidly, just like when I dance and I reach the point of exhaustion and then adrenaline kicks in and I carry on intrepidly. So the spirit is willing, but the flesh was rather weak, and I'm paying for it today. And I'm off to see the skin doctor at 1 o'clock, so I thought I'll quickly try and sneak in a video because I didn't make yesterday's vlog from the 14th because I was in Byron enjoying myself. I had a lovely ice cream at In the Pink, and Jared had to have a sugar-free, gluten-free ice cream. So he enjoyed his ice cream, but I was determined he had an ice cream too. I didn't want to be sitting there eating my fabulous ice cream and him having nothing, you know. We had tried to buy it at another ice cream shop that came highly recommended, but they didn't have it out. So fortunately we found some at In the Pink who did not let us down. So yes, it was all about me obsessing over ice cream, and we went to my favourite orgasmic falafels shop that's run by Israelis, and that was very nice too. And for dinner we stopped in on the way home at Hyperdome and had grilled. So all in all we had a really lovely happy time, and I'm very, very happy I got to go to Byron again. I've just missed the beauty of that place. And Jared had them too. So many doom and gloomers say to him, oh, it's all built up now and Byron's not the same. And I was right. Byron is exactly the same. It's just been, it's just grown a bit and it's been expanded, and there's a hospital right near the entrance to Byron as you drive in. But everything was all very stylishly done with the architecture and kind of in keeping with the flavour of the place. And it was still Byron, and it was still beautiful. And yes, you've got your assortment of, elitist yuppies running around, but they're everywhere. And, the beach and the sea and the ley lines and the energies are the same. In fact, the energies were so strong, because I haven't been there for 5 years, that I was actually feeling quite dizzy walking up and down, the streets, the shopping area. I was very, very dizzy, and I said to Jared, are you feeling dizzy? He said, no. And the dizziness went away when we got back to the beach and stood, on the sand. It cleared up. And then when we walked all the way back, I went back down to walk down to the shops. The dizziness returned. So there must be energy vortex going down the main street, Johnson Street, and branching off all the side streets, because yes, I was feeling very energetically, I wouldn't say under attack. It wasn't an attack thing, it was just the energies were overpowering. So I actually only felt okay, as in light and my normal kind of self, while at the beach. So I found that very interesting, actually. Jared said perhaps it's because you haven't been there for so long and you're no longer acclimatised to the energies. Because I used to go there regularly, like once a month, once every couple of months at the latest. And I said, yes, I find that very fascinating. But, you know, I said to Jared, we must try to go more often. So it was lovely, and as I say, I'm very happy I went. I recommend everyone, especially if you're feeling a bit exhausted and unwell, go and sit on that beach. In fact, we didn't sit on the beach, we walked the whole goddamn beach. And I probably needed to sit and really grind right down and really absorb all the beautiful ley line energies on the beach there. But I did take, I took a couple of videos and took some photos. I didn't take as many photos as I normally do. I just wanted to enjoy being in that space and time. But it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And even though I'm a bit wrung out and knackered now, because that long walk on top of my dancing on Friday night was too much exercise for me in one go, really. But I enjoyed myself. I will be playing catch up for the rest of the week though, because I depleted myself too. But anyway, it's quite wonderful, and Charlie's very happy to see me because she was on her own all day and night yesterday. So, hello, she says. So she's been very excited and smoochy to have her mama back. Their birds that fly around. Oh, look, bless. In very large flocks, and they're used to having lots of company and lots of twittering and garrulousness with each other. So even leaving her for one whole day is a long kind of abandonment to a rainbow lorikeet. And by about 3-4 o'clock, I said to Jared, I hope Charlie's all right. And he said, oh, don't do that again, because I used to freak out when I left Beauregard for long periods of time. It used to really freak me out. And I said, no, I'm not freaking out because she can go to the toilet in her cage. She's perfectly safe, and she might be a bit lonely. But I said, it was worrying about Beauregard being able to go to the toilet that used to freak me out. So anyway, I got over my moment of pining and panicking for Charlie because, as I said, I knew she was perfectly fine in her cage and there was no harm. I was probably picking up on her vibes though, because I'm very attuned to my pets. This little Indian myna bird's come to kind of visit us. Delightful. Just going to have a swim. Yes. Sweet little darling had a swim. So anyway, I'm playing catch up from yesterday's readings. So today is the 15th, but I'll be reading from the 14th of April. And that's if I can find it, because I've just accidentally clicked out of it by the gods. Why, Tanya? Why? Anyway, here we go. I titled it Death Doula and Soul Midwife, Onwards and Upwards. And I posted it. Can you see it? I can't see it. How are we going to do this? Well, anyway, I posted a photograph of my tapestry, which was of a Dutch scene of a windmill that I gave away, put out in the street, and my little boy, young teenage boy from a few blocks away, saw it and asked if he could have it for his Dutch grandfather, and I was very happy that he took that. And so it went from a household, my stepfather was Dutch, where I actually made it for him under coercion by my mother, actually, when I was 9 years old, and it went to another Dutchman. So there was a kind of kismet irony in that, which I thought was delightful. I don't know why this keeps jumping out of the actual page. It's gone everywhere. I haven't touched anything. It's going to be one of those days where I struggle with my vlog. So yes, the struggle is real, people, and I have to get cracking because I don't have a lot of time today because I have that appointment. This could end up being a 2-part video. It's so lovely outside, but I'm struggling. I need really to have this up on a desk and have more control over it so it doesn't keep leaping around with the mouse. Right, page 28 we are on. Do you think it will stay on page 28? It's flipped out twice. I don't know why it's doing this. It shouldn't be doing that. Now I can't find my mouse. Now it's going to drive me backs again. And on we go, and on we go, and on we go. I do try, don't I, though? I'm stubborn. Right. Here's the picture of the tapestry I made. But it had gone quite moth-eaten and worn, and it's constant reminders of Mum and Case, so I just let it go out of my house. Let it go, let it go. So, on 14th of April 2023, I wrote, "It's a beautiful day in the neighbourhood, smiley face." Just like today, the 15th is a beautiful day in the neighbourhood. Yesterday was a beautiful day in the neighbourhood too, but I wasn't here. I was in Byron Bay. I was so excited about that. And it was lovely because Jared actually drove there and back, so that gave me a bit of a rest too, just enjoy life and be driven around and not have all that stress of driving. And I drove to his place at Mount Cotton, so that was already, 40 minutes into our trip in Byron, so it didn't take that long to get there from his place, only about an hour and a half, which was pretty good. 14th of April 2022. This afternoon, hello Charlie. This afternoon I had a random thought float through my head with some emphasis. Become a death doula, it said. I thought, what? How would I cope with dying clients and their often ghoulish, money-hungry family members? It struck me as odd, but it's not the first time I have been told to become a funeral director or a death doula, which is strange, as at one time, about 15 years ago, I had thought about becoming a midwife. But my then friend, who was a forensic psychiatric nurse, talked me out of it, as she stated I was too ill to be able to have the energy and motivation to run up and down a busy maternity ward, which was actually true back in that time. I was on 15 years ago, I was on very, very heavy psych meds, and I kind of shuffled and drooled a lot. So it wasn't pretty, people, and it wasn't cricket. And now I shuffle don't so much draw as like I used to, thank the gods, but I'm feeling quite weak and aging rapidly, and part of that is pushing myself too hard, quite frankly. But anyway, it is what it is. I had a lovely time. That same woman, the former forensic psych nurse friend, then proceeded to request I assist her to attend her friend's stillbirth delivery of a 14-week-old fetus. So rather ironically, I was cast into the role of death doula anyway, and it was very distressing to witness the delivery of her friend's fetus into the toilet bowl. So yes, as a consequence, I went cold on the idea of being in service via either the birthing process or the dying process, and instead I turned my focus within by rather gradually and inexorably healing my own mental health, body, mind and spirit. She's so happy to be out in the tree on this beautiful day. I never ended up gaining a career, and I was too traumatised for the past 12 years after my mother's death, the putrid will dispute, and the other cumulative catastrophes that kept recycling like some macabre, hellish horror movie. Indeed it did. Very, very cyclic, that same pattern arising over and over again. I'm quite exhausted from it, and I hope that pattern's finally died a natural death. I really do hope, because some days I do feel like I'm dying instead. And maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I've fought through life every day of my life, and as you can see making this video, I'm still triumphantly fighting. Because old me from 15 years ago would be curled up in bed today and not functioning. So I am better, I am doing well, I'm fighting the good fight. But it's fear of death, people. It's fear of not being able to enjoy life anymore or have any hopes of achieving anything. It's driven by defiance. So I keep writing. So yeah, death doula, what the fuck? But then I realised that as a 3-year-old, I assisted an elderly family friend to let go peacefully, and who knows, maybe that was meant to be my calling. I will have to think carefully as to what the Spirit meant by this. Perhaps they are talking about preparing me for my own imminent death. But if so, what more do I have to let go of? The fantastical, hopeless hope of ever finding a safe, loving partner? The death of false friendships that once again turned evil and fetid right before my eyes on a live medium show. Death of our planet on a daily basis. Death of love, death of hope, death, death, death. Yuck. I have spent my life fighting for life, holding life sacred and precious, even in its shadow, even when faced with death over and over again, my own and others. 14th of April 2021. I commented, I gave that tapestry away to a little boy whose grandfather is Dutch. He loves it. and I had written in 14th of April 2020. I finally got to burn all the wood in my brazier after long months of fire restrictions. There was quite a lot. I managed to burn my foot and my forefinger with a few embers, but it is worth it to get my yard cleaned up at last. I burned the bamboo tipi poles. They had rotted out partially. I need to research how to preserve the bamboo I cut next time so I can build a proper tipi, one that lasts longer than a week or two. Clary mowed this morning. Oh, he was a pest. Absolute sex pest he was. Oh, I fired him in the end. Clary mowed this morning so the lawn looks tidy. It was a glorious night for a fire. No wind, lots of stars. If I weren't smack dab in suburbia, I would have taken off all my clothes and danced around the fire. But too many eyes laughing my ass off. Anyway, the garden is now decluttered. I even burnt an old chicken nesting box that had rotted underneath. Tempted to burn my old tapestries too. Get rid of old energy. It's a tad moth-eaten. I made it when I was 9, which means it's 46 years old. "14th of April 2020, 11:11 a.m. Synchronicities in the city. Stay safe. Kiss." 14th of April 2019. Posted an article on want to build your self-esteem, and I commented, my elderly friend Sylvia Shine insisted I write about my life on Facebook as it would be therapeutic and help others who had similar life experiences. The rest is her story. I woke up at 7 a.m. because Beauregard whined as he wanted to go outside to go toilet. So I let him out to relieve himself, and he scampered around the entire house in circles until deciding to do a little poo under the African tulip tree. Phew. I let Betty Hen out to play for the day, then hung out a load of washing. It's a beautiful morning. The birds are singing. There's a heavy dew under my hot old hobbit feet, and even the trees seem to be harmonising. I made a cup of tea, took some more Ventolin. My upper rib cage hurts from days of coughing and wheezing, but somehow I feel a little bit better. I have crawled back into my cosy bed, and Beauregard and Penny are beside me, and although it hurts to breathe, I am quite happy. And I'm just going to put us down on the desk. I'm not comfortable. I've got aches and pains from sitting in an awkward position. So sit us down. I have to be comfortable if I'm going to do this. And I'm going to sit on the ground. I think might be the best bet. Oh my goddess. All the bones in my ass just seized up. Can bones in your ass seize up? I probably mean the musculature. But anyway, it is what it is. I'll just get a cushion so I protect my precious little well-padded ass, but it's softer to sit on a cushion, n'est-ce pas? Mais oui, bien sûr, mademoiselle or madame. Oh, I haven't been a mademoiselle for about 40 fucking years, so here we go. Right, we're going down. Oh, that's actually quite nice. That's nice. Feels better. Right, we can continue on with our work now. My goodness. Where was I when I interrupted us? Although it hurts to breathe, I am quite happy. I'm glad. Oh, goddess. Yes, Charlie. I'm glad I stayed home and didn't push myself to go dancing last night. I would have gotten irritated. Let me just put you there so I don't have to hold on to the iPhone. Yeah, we can relax now. Right. I would have gotten irritated as I would not have been able to move much. I miss the music and my casino friends though. Oh well, next time. I'm going to take things easy today and keep healing my lungs. Good plan, Tanya Aarons. Good fucking plan. I don't think my lungs are capable of being healed anymore. They've sustained too much damage, but anyway, on we soldier on every day. I'm looking forward to the visit from the Cohen family this afternoon. It will be nice to have children around the house. 14th of April 2018. Karen and I enjoyed ourselves at the Brooklyn Standard last night. Awesome club. It is indeed. I'm a regular there now, as you all know if you've been watching my videos. Since the 25th of August last year, I go there every Friday, except when I had COVID, I didn't go for obvious reasons, but I've been there every Friday without fail and supporting my favourite bands, Ramjet and Alter Egos, and living my best life, dancing as wildly and joyously as I can, because I'm very conscious that I'm getting older and frailer, and there may come a time when I can't dance anymore. So I'm really enjoying it though, and I've been treated absolutely beautifully. So after 13 years of dancing at the Treasury with sometimes quite a lot of hostility and sabotage and viciousness, I finally found a safe place for me where my quirky ways are tolerated, if not celebrated. The security guard took my ID and then shook my hand and wished me a happy birthday for yesterday. And they did indeed wish me a happy birthday when I arrived in the queue at the Brooklyn Standard on Friday night too. It actually coincided with my birthday. So I thought that was lovely. A lovely welcome. Isn't that sweet? Where you're actually made to feel welcome and valued and appreciated, unlike that mercenary, soulless, fakakta space that I danced in for 12 years, the Live Wire Bar at the Treasury Casino. Well, I did have lots of friends there because I'd danced there for a long time, but and I did have some friends amongst the staff too, like Jane, who was one of the cleaning women, and Carmen was wonderful to me, and some of the security guards, like Sunny, was always wonderful to me, but the rest just used to look at me with like I was some kind of creature that had just crawled out of the nearest sewer. They were just that fucking awful. And the bar staff there were awful and rude. I'd go up and say, order a Jack Daniels, and they go, "What? Can't hear ya." And then I'd repeat it, "Can't hear ya." And I'd have to yell it out at them. And then one time, this was shortly before I left there, I realised it was deliberate. The bartender there was like, "I can't hear you." And there was a gentleman standing beside me, and they had a mat with Jack Daniels on the bar. And the man pointed and traced the words Jack Daniels and just looked at them like being sarcastic at how they were treating me so rudely. So then I realised they're doing it deliberately, so fuck them, But the final straw was when they said I wasn't 5-star enough for the new venue. Just after my dog died, I did my usual routine of going dancing, and they decided to pile on. Of course, they wouldn't have realised my dog had just died, but Luke, my friend Luke, told them, they leave her alone, her dog just died, and they're just like this. Oh, they were pigs. I hope that place blows up or burns down. It won't, because, you know, evil's allowed to coexist in this world, but anyway, Mama T rose above all that evil for 12 years, and then after Beauregard died, I thought, why am I wasting my energy on fuck knuckles and pieces of shit? I can go places where people actually like and respect me and treat me with kindness, and, you know, I don't need to be in cesspits of hell anymore. I've done my apprenticeship of pain, babies. Boy, have I done my apprenticeship of pain. I should have several master degrees in fucking pain by now. If they handed out mastery for that, I've certainly gained mastery over the psychopath in my day. By the gods. But I'm old now and I'm tired, and I just want a life where I'm surrounded by people who genuinely love and care for and respect me, and so I can have happy times and peaceful times and loving times with people who genuinely like me at the very merest basic, and maybe even find a truly loving partner one day. Oh my goodness, I think it's too late for that. Look at me, my lips are blue, and planet Earth is blue, my lips are blue, there's nothing I can do. But I'll bow out when the time is appropriate. In the meantime, I'm living my very best life and loving every moment of it, even though I don't have a partner. I'm okay. I haven't had a partner for 29 years, and that was preferable than living with a bastard, so I have no regrets. No regrets at all. Je ne regrette rien. But, so where was I? Ah, yes. I got to wear my top hat all night, matching with my beautiful blue, green, purple Maggie Shepherd pantsuit. Something just fell in my cup of tea. A stick. From the 90s. Oh, that's a fabulous suit. I haven't worn it for a while. I'll wear it again. The club was packed, but oh my, actual air conditioning, lovely comfortable seating too. We left about 1 a.m. as I was tired, but I loved that place. Good mix of people and age groups, no violent, disgusting creeps. Wow, it's been a few lately, but you get that occasionally. Just have to rise above the violent, disgusting creeps and carry on as per normal. Now I have to ponder why I tolerated so much low-grade behaviour at the casino for so long. Moving on is not the same as giving up. I've been woken early again by bloody earth-moving trucks across the road, but all good, this too shall pass. Karen, Jenny and Terry are taking me out on another adventure today. Jenny organised the surprise. So we are joyously experiencing the best of life, and I am blessed to have such beautiful, loving, supportive friends. Jared, my friend Jared wrote, glad that it turned out to be a nice place to go. And I wrote, me too, horrible anxiety trying out new places, but all good. We'll be back there, air conditioning that soothes our souls, yummy for the menopausal rock goddess, Mama T. Mackenzie were playing. A lot of the same bands that play at the casino play at the Brooklyn Standard. I had a chuckle to myself as when I first got married when I was 19. We lived in Brooklyn, Wellington. Never did make it to the New York one. Laughing out loud. And my friend Morris wrote, have you tried Sonny's House of Blues? It is somewhere near the Pig and Whistle. And Tarina wrote, I love that place. Happy birthday. Kiss, kiss, kiss. 14th of April 2017. Watching Vikings season 4. Awesome. I had a bad night last night. I woke at 3 a.m. and could not fall into another deep sleep until 5ish. It was annoying as I was exhausted, but my brain had other plans. So today I'm not feeling all that well. Maybe later this arvo I will take Bobo and Charlie for a much desired walk. 14th of April 2016. Margaret gave me a generous gift of money for my birthday. So today I drove around several landscape companies but eventually found Scoria at Bunnings. It is for my aquaponics for one of my fish ponds. I also bought a small pump. I also bought 2 lights for the kitchen. Now I'm waiting on Jared to help me set up the drain for the spare bathtub so I can put in the Scoria and get the water in the fish pond filtering through. In a few months it will be ready to grow vegetables in the top bath. I am really happy about this. Another project completed, but Housing Commission Inspector Prickface made me get rid of, well, he wanted me to get rid of all my ponds, but I've kept one as a defiance. And my psychiatrist actually wrote a letter that I should be allowed to keep 2, but I just kept 1, but I'm still pissed off. They tell you to have a beautiful, home and garden, and that they want you to enter your garden and garden, like a competition, get awards, some award thing for having a nice landscape around your housing commission house, and then they bully you to get rid of your ponds. It's just totally insane and savage, quite frankly. There was no need for that. Absolutely no need. But anyway, it is what it is. I've resigned myself to it. I'm probably going to die in this house too, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm happy in my house and garden, but I just don't like bureaucrats, playing vicious little games and being petty and vicious and horrible, and that's what happens when you're at the mercy of the government, isn't it? You're just an arsehole magnet for every fucking petty little arsehole that thinks they're more important than you because they have a job. Ooh, tossers. But anyway, as you can see, I'm in full flight because I'm due for an inspection on the 23rd. That should be interesting. The house badly needs painting and they've done nothing to this house, so they're not going to. They're waiting me out that I might die soon, and then they'll bulldoze a lot and sell off the land. It's kind of a Mexican standoff, literally. I'm still feeling very happy to have seen my beautiful childhood friend, Margaret. Got some glare on the screen, I couldn't see. It was so lovely of her to make the trip to take Neo to Movie World and then spend extra quality time with me. I loved paddling in the sea with them, like children again. Neo had a ball. I gave him my iPhone to play Plants vs. Zombies with, as he was surrounded by adults, and he had been so very good, drawing, playing hangman, and his own games on his little mobile. He really loved Plants vs. Zombies like Talia did. You gotta laugh when you used to be a zombie and then your favourite game on the iPhone is a Plants vs. Zombies game. I mean, it just tickles my sense of humour for some weird reason. I really am a death doula. I am so happy and grateful to be surrounded by loving, genuine and kind friends, my greatest blessing in life. Thank you all for being part of my life. Kiss, kiss, kiss. 14th of April 2014, 12:22 a.m. Oh, I just saw it's 11:11, people. If you feel inclined, make a wish, send it out to the angels. What do I wish for? Amen. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, 12:22 a.m. at Crystal's place as she kindly brought me home from the pub. Joe invited me out to listen to Jabba rock out and we had a great time. I may need to recover this week. Loving my life. Awesome. I am home from Crystal's. I slept until 3:30 p.m. Got up, did some writing, then went back to bed and slept for another 2 hours. Crystal came home with chicken rolls and chips from Red Rooster, so we ate. Then I read her my writing and she took me home. I had a fabulous birthday weekend. I honestly can say that I partied like it's 2014 and I'm a 49er. Laughing out loud. I danced so much and had so much joy with my beautiful friends and my kid. This has been the most vibrant, wild birthday ever in my life. It has been awesome. In true Vatanya style, more awesomeness is yet to manifest. I think I have finally danced the demons and ghosts of the tormented past into the ground, stomped them into the underworld where they can sleep with the titans and the ice giants and other monsters of the dimensions of hate, loathing, despair, envy, malice and putrescence that they purposely inflicted upon me in my former life. This is my time to rise and shine. I am rising and shining as best as I can, and I am so grateful and blessed by my wonderful friends who spoiled me rotten and showered me with abundant love and beautiful blessings and have watched me slowly metamorphose into a new life of joy and bliss. It's been a long, hard road, tumultuous, harrowing, rocky, with many stumbling blocks and some downright abysses, but I have finally let go and drained the abscesses of absent loves, both family and lovers, and am waking up refreshed and renewed and almost healed, a work forever in progress, to finally see around me the good, the blessed, and the sublime. Thank you to God for bringing me to this season of healing, and catapulting me into this new reality. It has been a long time coming, a long, long time. Time is a measure only of our experiences on earth and is irrelevant in the broad scheme of the cosmos. So there will come a time when I barely remember the dark tragedies of my life and can only be immersed in the bright light and sunshine of my present days. May I be blessed to enjoy many, many more with friends old and new, and merit to see a whole new world open up for us all. Amen. On this festival of freedom, Passover, may all the world manifest true freedom and happiness and release the old, outdated, unhealthy ways of war, famines and abuse, and let in the magical beauty of unconditional love, peace and harmony, healing and lightheartedness. May I be able to live in a world where the young are carefree and happy again, so I can stand in a taxi line with my beautiful, vibrant, exotic, that's a happy memory, so I'll name the bitch, Sarah, and have the entire crowd dancing and singing and being free to express their own innate light. Zombies were they, laughing my ass off. We'd left a club in the valley, maybe it was the Elephant actually, and we were lining up to get a taxi, and at that stage I was 49 and Sarah was, I think she was about 10 years younger than me, so she was about 39, and there were just this whole line of very dead, soulless looking young people in their late teens, early 20s, and they all looked evacuated out. They were just empty and soulless. So I started dancing a crazy little jig to the busker that was playing there, and Sarah, true to form, joined in with me, and even a few of the young started to light up and lighten up, and it was so gorgeous. It was a beautiful moment. I do remember that. It was absolutely delightful how we lifted the spirits of the queue of people there. But I said to Sarah later, I said, it was just ever so slightly disturbing, you know, that they were just so, washed out.